Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, it's another brisk morning. If you can see my breath, hadn't turned the heater on yet. It's snowing again, if you can believe that. We got a little bit yesterday, and they said we were going to get more today, but they kind of passed it off this morning on the forecast. But it's been snowing about an hour. It's beautiful. Probably got a little over an inch so far, so I'll take you up here and we'll get a clip of that. But gonna be in the shop today working on the tractor, so we'll go over a couple things after we look at the snow and get started. See what we can get into today. Well, I have to admit that it is beautiful. Wish that cedar limb wasn't there, but I love the view. Got some more snow this morning. It's already accumulated to a little over an inch. Not sure what it'll do. They say the wind's going to pick up, stay below freezing all day, so I don't know. It ought to add to the mud season quite a bit. I had to stop and put my vest on. It's getting cold in here. It's the only drawback to these heaters. I can't run them when I've got the camera on, but it might benefit you guys a lot because I try to keep it short-winded. My hands are getting cold. I left you high and dry on the last video. We were talking about getting the Super C and the I-4 here running and moving them around, and of course the pinion seal in the truck, but we didn't do an outro. But I wanted to go back and touch on a couple things I said in that video just to clarify and make everybody fully aware and understand how crazy it is up here in my mind sometimes. The whole purpose of selling the 180 was to upsize in horsepower to get something comparable to my 1086 that'll pull my tillage equipment. That's the OCD aspect. Do I need 200 plus horsepower tractors? Absolutely not. I don't even need one, but that's the way it worked out when I bought all the equipment. That's what we're going to go with. I think that if I take a little bit of the pennies and put it back in the 1086 and address a couple of things that I've put off, I believe we would be okay as far as getting that tractor to where it needs to be and be very dependable, because it's yet to let me down, and it just needs some attention, for lack of a better word. So kind of on the fence about that. I don't think I'll pull the trigger quite as quick on another tractor like I was planning on. I'm going to look at one tomorrow, but I got a couple issues here or there. Everything in my budget range is going to have a few issues. That's the pennies on the dollar aspect, but like I've got time to mess with it anyway. So we'll just see how that works out. I'll keep you guys updated and posted on that. The Super C I do have for sale. Guy's supposed to come look at it tomorrow. I'm on the fence about that one, especially if he wants to pay me what I'm asking for it, then I'll sell it because of, and if not, then, it'll just sit here. So contemplating a little bit on it because of the corn planter, but you know me, I mean, it's what keeps the farm rolling is buying and selling and making money on stuff. So we'll see what happens on that aspect. But I mentioned both items and I wanted to give you a little bit of insight on it. So let me get the heater on, warm myself up here so my hands will work messing with this carburetor, and we'll see if we can get this old I-4 started. Well, I don't know which is worse, the big heater or the electric one, but it's too cold and I don't have a shop door, so we'll just have to deal with it for today. See if we can get this. Somebody had already been in here before. I don't know if it was the gentleman that we got it from at the auction or what, but everything looks pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and put the new kit in it, clean everything up, and then I got to get a strainer for the tank as far as I don't know that this tank's a lot worse than what the C was, Super C. So I don't think there's any reason to sit here and bore you guys with pulling this carburetor apart. So let me get everything cleaned up. If I find anything major, I'll show you. I'll put you on a little high speed and see what happens. Welcome to North Carolina. A couple hours later and hardly any trace at all of the snow. Bluebird skies with a few clouds. Alright, well, we finally got the carburetor back together. I had a time with the float. New needle and seat was a different size. Figured that out later. Got all that back together. Got the little plastic tank on it off the C. Put some gas in it, put a battery on it, see if we can fire it up. This one has a magneto, so it doesn't matter. Creates its own. So got a kill switch on it. We're gonna see. I'm really hoping it'll fire up and we can get it going and drive it around out here a little bit and go ahead and get it out of the shop, and I can get my Super C spun around long ways so I can get around it better and finish it up. Not a whole lot left on it. I mean, we got the carburetor and the fuel line and sediment bowl and all that situated. I got to bolt the tank down, do a little bit up there on the pedestal, but I think I got to put some battery cables on it, I believe. Yeah, we had to put this starter on. This was the starter off of the C because the other one was missing this top piece there, so got all that situated. Yeah, I got to get my battery cables on there. Neither one of them have a battery box, but anyway, we're not working on the Super C yet. We're working on the I-4. So let me get you set up here, get the battery situated, and we'll spin it over and see what happens. Well, I think I finally got the carburetor situated. Done pulled it apart like 4 or 5 times messing with the float adjustment, and it's not by the book standard, so I don't know. If it runs good, I might look into buying one. Somebody's been in there quite a few times, I believe. But anyway, got it where it's not pouring gas out now. Let's see if I've got it too high, where it's not gonna get enough, but cross your fingers. Well, let's go put it in the building and wrap this one up. Pretty productive day, I have to say. Well, the wind's picking up, it's getting cold. Not much snow left after this morning, but anyway, the I-4 here worked out great. I do believe it's been rebuilt. The oil pressure pegs out, doesn't smoke, runs like a sewing machine, fires right up. No noise in the transmission or gears, brakes work good, so I think we did really good on it. Don't know the fate of it. We'll keep it, sell it, who knows, but it's running now. The guy that had it, we got it at the auction, was pulling logs with it, had a long chain on it, so we're gonna go down here when we get everything situated and try to pull these cedar trees. I've got to finish cleaning the tank out. We might bolt that on the 165 tomorrow and get it sloshing around. Once we do that and get the sediment bowl on it, I think we'll be good to go. So If you're interested in farm model stuff, stay tuned, because I think we'll be on the Super C tomorrow. I've got to put some battery cables on it, do a few other things. Haven't run it too much since we swapped everything over from the C, the tires and, you know, the starter and carburetor and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see how good it's going to do myself. And guy's not coming tomorrow to look at it, so who knows, after I drive it around for a week or so, you know, before he comes back, I might end up keeping it. You never know. Like I said, these little projects is what fund a lot of my hobbies here at the farm. So, you know, buying and selling, pennies on the dollar, you know how it is. So sometimes I keep stuff, sometimes I sell it. Still on thin air about the 180, you know, situation, if I'm going to replace it or if I'm just going to, you know, wing it and do something with 1086. But definitely stay tuned for that later on down the road. So if you're interested in any merchandise, go over and check out farmmerchbin.com. Hats, shirts, decals, koozies, hoodies, you name it, Allison can do it. I do work for a lot of big channels here on YouTube and amazing people. Tell them Nelson at IP Farm sent you. Go check that out. And we'll see what happens over the next couple days, guys. Might be tomorrow. So till then, thank you.